Ben Click for Sierra 6-4 Riflecraft. Today our gratitude goes out to Mike. Mike is one of our sniper instructors who has started and is maintaining our WhatsApp group. If you want to be part of our daily rolling discussion of just about anything marksmanship related, I'll put Mike's text number down below. Give him a text and he will hook you up and you'll be part of that discussion. Before we go any further with any of our training, it is our duty and responsibility to talk about safety. Dry fire safety is an observed ritual that is first, last, and always our responsibility to ensure our safety and the safety of others. As thinking riflemen, we are responsible for every round, including the ones that we don't mean to, that may come out of our weapons. Who of you has had a negligent discharge at some point in their life? If you think you haven't, if you think you can't, you're already halfway there. So we're going to talk about a couple things today that we can do to make our weapons safer and our dry fire area safer. First thing we're going to talk about would be for rifles. There's a couple things we can do. In addition to the observed rituals of clearing our rifles, clearing our clothing, clearing our equipment, which we'll go into a little bit later, there's a couple things we can do, a couple gadgets we can add to our rifle to make it safer. First off, of course, we can use dummy rounds or snap caps. Anytime that we need to be handling ammunition. If we want to be practicing reloads, if we want to be practicing magazine manipulations, chambering, extracting rounds, whatever you need to do, make sure you're using dummy rounds or snap caps. Any other time that we're not doing those particular drills, which is 99% of our training, there's a couple things we can do. First is a dummy magazine. This is a standard magazine for whatever your rifle is. The guts have been removed out of it and it's been marked yellow as a dummy training or dry fire magazine. Yeah, it's an 80-buck mag, but it's worth it. Second thing, inside is this safety stick. They're put out by Trainsafe, company out of the US, relatively cheap. They go into the chamber, thread all the way through the barrel, and on the end they got a little clown nose that proves from the outside that the rifle is in fact made safe during training. Takes a couple seconds to install. Absolutely worth it because it prevents any live rounds from possibly getting into the weapon. All right, for carbines, many of the same things can be used. Again, we can use our dummy rounds or snap caps when we're doing any drills that require the use of ammunition. And we can use the same safety sticks from Trainsafe. Also with carbines, we can be using dummy mags. Again, it's a normal magazine. We've all got that one mag that doesn't work worth a damn. So we can strip the guts out of it, cut the tabs off the bottom, paint it yellow, and that's going to be our dry fire magazine. With carbines, some of the carbines, particularly AR-15s, you can replace the bolt. This is a plastic bolt used to be made by Blade Tech. To my great sadness, the other day I went to order some more from Brownells, and they are no longer manufactured. So if you know somebody who's got a bunch of these in stock, let me know, I'll buy a bunch of them. Failing that, I came up with the idea of a separate bolt carrier group. This bolt carrier group, as you can see here, has been marked yellow because I took the firing pin and I filed down the end of the firing pin until it no longer protruded out of the face of the bolt. There's absolutely no way that this bolt can fire live ammunition, particularly when used in conjunction with the safety stick. Yep, bolt carrier, like the actual bolt carrier itself, is going to cost you about $100, but it's a lot cheaper than a doctor, a lawyer, or an undertaker. All right, with pistols, there's several things we can do again. Again, using dummy rounds or drill rounds, snap caps whenever we're doing anything that requires ammunition. Many things can be done without a gun whatsoever. This is a blue gun. Blue gun is a chunk of plastic shaped like a gun, but we treat it exactly the same. Those observed rituals or safety are something we can practice daily. Whenever I'm working with a draw, I'm using my blue gun. Whenever I'm demonstrating things to students, most of the time I'm using my blue gun. Second is airsoft. I apologize, my airsoft pistols are out for repair right now. Love airsoft if it's used properly. There's many things we can do. The electric ones are good, so are the gas ones. Gas do things like one shot, two sight pictures. A lot of the handling drills can be done. Transitioning between targets, there's a lot of uses for airsoft if you use it responsibly and like it grown up. If you are using your live pistol for training, absolutely required to use some form of barrel block. This is again a safety Stix made by Trainsafe. Again, the link will be in the description down below. You have to disassemble the gun to insert it into the barrel, reassemble your pistol, and you can tell not only is the gun not in use, or sorry, not capable of chambering live rounds, it allows you to carry out all your normal functions except for actually chambering dummy rounds. Again, well worth the money. Next, to be safer is Thinking Riflemen. We can make our area safer. Most importantly, positive backstop. Positive backstop is something that can stop any round that may possibly come out of your weapon at any time. So the gold standard is an earth-backed wall like this one. There's no neighbors on the other side. It's not my garage door that's paper thin and not going to stop anything. It's an earth-backed wall. It's going to stop what it has to in the worst case. That's the gold standard. If that's not available, an AR-500 plate capable of stopping the round coming out of your weapon, or overseas we used to use our ballistic plates. Those are 2 level 4 plates that'll stop anything coming out of any of my rifles. So we've got a positive backstop. Second is control. We have to control access to the area. This room is configured so that the only way into it is the one door that's behind me when I'm shooting. No one can come in front of me. I've removed any toys or laundry or anything that may attract a phone, anything that may possibly attract my spouse or kids from walking in front of my muzzle. The last control is booze or cannabis. If the bar is open, the gun room is closed. Period. Those two never mix. The last control happens every time before I start dry firing. First of all, this room is an absolutely ammunition-free zone. You will never find a single round of live ammunition in this room. This is my dry fire room. And every time I come into dry fire, I'm checking myself head to toe, toe to head. I do a self-check. And if there's someone with me, we do a buddy check. They check the same things. I'm checking any pockets on my shooting gear, checking any pouches that may contain ammunition, checking that any weapons I have with me are clear of ammunition. That includes their magazines. Everything is clear of ammo. Head to toe, toe to head, self-check, buddy check. No ammo. If you've ever had your weapon go click when it was supposed to go bang, go ahead and click on the subscribe button and on the like button. That'll help us do what we're doing, and it'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on. Reminder, it is your duty and your responsibility as a thinking rifleman to ensure your safety and the safety of everyone around you. To do this, remember, make your weapon safer, make your area safer, particularly with a positive backstop. This has Ben Click for Sierra 6-4 Riflecraft, reminding you to make your good better and your better best. Have a good one.